Hello viewers and potential subscribers, you're watching Unknown Emerald, and in this episode I'll be showcasing the top 5 vehicle prefabs on Halo 5, so let's get to it. We are going to start this episode off small. This is a forklift made by iDraining, and I like it for its simplicity. It's a very simple welded object with just two pieces welded together, and it's just a forklift welded into a mongoose, but I like it for its simplicity. This forklift has a lot of minigame potential. It might even be used in a competitive map of some sort as an actual vehicle, and if not, it can always be used just as an aesthetic piece. I always had this idea of a prop hunt map, and I feel like I'm gonna use this vehicle for just that type of minigame. Next up is a Homer truck made by Cybernite PR, and this one is really cool mainly because it is a Warthog and it has so much armor. You can't destroy it unless you blow out the tires, and it's so cool. The driving of it is a little bit iffy, I must admit. It does take quite some skill to get the driving correct. If you go too fast or make a very sharp turn, you will flip and you will be unable to flip the vehicle back, as I have just done in this freaking footage. But yeah, this kind of vehicle has a lot of potential for, once again, a minigame, perhaps even a competitive map, but because of the driving I feel like it should just stay as an aesthetic piece. So for those who want to use it as a drivable piece, I suggest not to do that unless you are the perfect driver for that type of vehicle. I hope you guys have played Halo 3 because this is the elephant made by Strikeforce 000, and I fell in love with this thing the second I put my eyes on it. Not only because it's an elephant and it's very accurate, but because he used very few pieces to actually make it. If you know the Sandtrap map, I really want someone to put this on that Sandtrap map and make it into a new map. I would love someone to do that, and if not, make a new map for this elephant. I want to see this in matchmaking as well. This has so much potential for a BTB map, which is probably the first time I've said this in any of my videos. I haven't really seen a vehicle that has a lot of potential for that kind of a big team battle map, but this one definitely has that potential. So if you know someone who has made a big map, tell them about this vehicle and tell them to implement it into it in some kind of a way. Now, I've shown a lot of love for the drivable vehicles, but not so much for the stationary ones. This is a rusted train made by Detenders, and the second I put my eyes on it, I thought, okay, this is going to be in my episode, not only because from the aesthetic point of view it looks gorgeous, but it can also go inside the carriages, which is really cool. Something I didn't expect when I first saw this, which I know it's a very simple thing, very easy to implement, but I just really like the idea of you being able to go inside the carriages. This type of prefab has a lot of potential for not only an aesthetic map, but perhaps an infection or competitive map, and if you feel like this train is too big, all you have to do is just remove some of the carriages, which is really cool. I really like this Detenders, really cool, and definitely use this prefab if you have an idea for it. Now, this wouldn't be a top 5 vehicle prefab episode if I didn't add a flyable vehicle. This is an X-Wing made by Mike G Live, and there's not really much I can say about it other than it's a Star Wars themed vehicle, and you can fly it around. You can do all the flips with it, which is really cool. And the only thing I really don't like about the flying vehicles nowadays is the fact that all of them use the Banshees. I wish someone would use another vehicle. I know some people use the Wasps, I know some people use the Phaetons, but for example, I wish this X-Wing had the Phaeton instead of the Banshee. Perhaps made it a little bit more concealed, if that helps to understand what I'm trying to say, but I just don't like the idea of a Banshee having to stick out through the roof of this one. But other than that, this is an amazing prefab, so definitely one of my favorite ones so far. I featured a Samus one in my very first episode, so I didn't want to do another one of those this week, so I decided to do the X-Wing, which is really cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope you guys gave this one a like too. Make sure to credit all the forges in this episode. I hope you guys gave this one a like, subscribe for more, and I will see you guys next time. So see you. Boop. Hello viewers and potential subscribers, you're watching Unknown Emerald, and in this video I'll be explaining how you can join the Wild on my custom games. So let's get to it. I host every single Saturday at 8 PM British Summer Time or 3 PM Eastern Standard Time, for whichever time zone